Hey yo guys, what's up? My name is KBA, and first of all I just want to say I hope you're all having a really good day. So recently I released a video called 5 goals that I have for myself as a looper and an artist. And I mentioned in this video that probably some of the next content that I will be releasing is something along the lines of my reflection for 2020. And this is that. First of all, I want to say that at least at the time for me recording this video, the support has been absolutely insane. I think I'm on like 766 subscribers at the moment, which is blah for me. Like that's whoa, holy shit. I don't know what I'll be at by the time I release this video, but hopefully it's grown nicely and you guys are enjoying the content. So anyway, let's kind of get into this video. Also, I just want to say if the lighting is kind of off in some of these videos, I'm still kind of getting used to like recording and filming and shit. So if it ever feels off or strange or anything like that, then I'm sorry. I'll get used to it eventually, I guess. Anyway, so for this reflection, I was thinking that I would be focusing on primarily 3 things, keeping in mind that this is for me as an artist. So the first would be how I've done in terms of producing music. Do I like the tracks that I made during 2020? Do I think that they kind of uphold the standard that I hold myself to? So that's one. The next is how I did in tournaments and events. So I'll be going over all the tournaments I did. Do I think I did okay? How do I improve? And the third one will be how I improved as a musician. So it kind of combines all those 3 things. Actually, by musician, I probably should mention it's more than just tracks and events. It's also like my style, how I think my style changed, improved, all that stuff. So first off, let's start with the actual music I produced. Let me go over to my channel. Whoa. Cool. So I produced a couple of different tracks during 2020. The first one I did was actually for a smaller tournament. It was called Crook 3. It's hosted by TMY. It's actually a really sick idea. It's kind of like a video concept, which you're seeing with the SPX kick battle, but TMY was first. So TMY's been ahead of the game, I guess. And this track that I made was called Sacrifice. Overall, like, it's actually really interesting to see this track because now that I look back at it, you can go find the link yourself if you also want to look. I can tell how much my sound design has improved throughout 2020 because let's be honest, the snare, the kick, the bass line as well, arguably, it's not to a very high level of sound design, in my opinion. And that's okay. I mean, you can't be absolutely right every time. And I guess it's interesting for me because it says that this track has been... I'm so shit at speaking, holy fuck. That this track has been made a while ago. It's in the beginning of 2020, so it's kind of cool that I'll get to see the progression throughout. Next up is You're Not Coming Home. And obviously this is a really emotional track for me. It's about a very heavy subject. I don't really wish to talk about it right now, but definitely a really heavy track. And I think this is the first time I kind of get to see a different style of music where it's more focused on the song and the story rather than the drop or the climax of a song. So that's definitely like an evolution there. It's 3 months in between the 2 tracks and I wonder what the hell happened in that time. I don't want to know. I think that's probably one of my favorite tracks personally. Really nice vibe, really emotional, and really pleasant to listen to. But still, for me, the sound design is not perfect here, and it gets better later on. So next up we have Glitched, which is my Baltic Coast Wildcard, and we will speak about Baltic Coast later, of course. This track for me is actually kind of cool. I use a lot of different sound effects, a lot of things that I didn't really mess with before, and I think this is probably one of my better pieces in terms of sound design for sure. And I guess also the actual concept of it's kind of going back to my original style of like more drop, more mid-tempo vibes, but overall like actually pretty good. Then probably my favorite track of 2020 that I released is here. It's my Online Worlds Wildcard. This is pretty much in like kind of the same style as You're Not Coming Home. Kind of tries to tell a story, kind of tries to base itself on musicality, but still try and kind of integrate some drops. Overall, I would definitely say that this is my strongest track of 2020. And, you know, just quite nice. But still for me, the drum sound design on this is a bit weak. I like the panning of the hi-hats, but that's, you know, I still think that's kind of been a weakness in my game. However, the actual sound design of the melodies and the bass line and the effects, I actually think you can kind of see the progression and improvement here. So that's good to see. Next up, we have a round that I used in Online Worlds against Dice, who killed me, let's be honest. And overall, this was basically like an extended version of the track, but honestly, I don't think this is one of my favorites. I like the idea I was going for, but I don't think I executed it that well, if I'm being honest. And then my final track of 2020 was my Mad Meal Wildcard. And you know what? It's just like, I'm gonna be honest here, it was just something I put up because I needed to get into Mad Meal. I made it in 2 hours, and it sounds like something that's made in 2 hours. But yeah, those are overall my tracks. I guess what I like about this is I can definitely see, even though there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks here, I can definitely see that I've improved throughout 2020, especially in my musical ideas. I think that's definitely the strongest showing here. Overall, I would say 2020, even though I didn't make that many tracks and I didn't upload that much, I would still say in terms of how I improved, it was definitely still a success in my opinion. Next up, we have the tournaments I participated in. And also, let's also do showcases, because I actually did manage to sneak in a showcase. Obviously, most things were online, but believe it or not, I actually managed to sneak in 2 live events in 2020, and I guess I'll start with those. So the very first was right before Corona lockdown. My friend Bonzo hosted an event, and I got to judge the loop station category, and I managed to see some super cool new loop talents, and also I managed to perform a showcase. I remember distinctly remembering that this was like right at the start when I got my second device, and I thought, okay, let's use the second device, why not? I did, and it sounded okay for the first track, and then everything went downhill from there. But, you know, still really nice to perform live, and especially considering how little I got to do of that later on, it's still definitely an experience that I cherish a lot. Next up was GBB Online. When I got the message from Peponi saying like, yo, you want to participate in GBB Online? I was like, holy shit, what am I gonna do? And I had no idea. And I guess my kind of thought process was, if it's an elimination, then I kind of have to go for some more musical vibes. So that's why I did You're Not Coming Home. And I actually think that might be kind of the reason why I've gone to like a much chiller style later on. Specifically for the reason that I wanted to make an elim based on musicality. And then I realized, oh, I actually kind of like musicality and chill vibes. So I did that, and it was really fun. Like, GBB Online was really fun. I didn't rank that highly, mostly because You're Not Coming Home was a 5-minute track. I think it was close to 5 minutes, and I tried to condense it into 4 minutes. And also, I sang horribly out of tune because I decided to practice a bunch during the day without a vocal warm-up, so my vocal cords were all messed up. But I still think I kind of got the musicality vibes and the message across, so I can't really complain overall. Next up was Online Worlds. Now, Online Worlds, I really liked the fact that I got in by Wildcard, because it was the first tournament that I won a major Wildcard for. I got 5th. I was really happy. I thought maybe I could have gotten higher, but that's just a preference, I guess. During the actual battle itself, though, I don't think I could have physically beaten Dice. I'm trying to think if there is any way I could have beaten Dice, and I don't think so, because Dice did the 2 best tracks I've heard in my life. They were crazy. Like, I know obviously everyone knows Stronger. Everyone agrees that Stronger is really good, but for me, Empty was like next level, like really next level in terms of atmosphere and everything. So big up Dice. Great battle. I'm sorry that I had kind of a strange attitude in the battle, but you know, it was my first online battle, like first proper online battle, like battle. I mean, I know there's an elimination in GBV, but I don't count that. But I think it went okay. I definitely feel like I could have done better. I'm not saying I would have won, because I don't think I would have, but can't really complain. Next up, I have the battle that I am probably the most proud of this year, and that's Baltic Coast. Baltic Coast, if you guys don't know, is basically a battle that combines all the countries around the Baltic Sea, and I managed to win it. I was originally actually not participating, well, planning on participating, but then they mentioned this DPA microphone right here, and I was like, yeah, I definitely have to participate. However, it wasn't with a second device, so I had to like quickly make rounds. So I made like 3 rounds in 3 days that I'm not proud of, but they did the job, so, you know. But yeah, sick battle, and I love the Baltic Coast, and I'd love to participate in a live event for them sometime. Obviously, I'm auto-qualified for the next one. Absolutely love to participate in that. I think next up would probably be Mad Meal. Mad Meal was, honestly, it was okay. I beat Napalm. That was kind of cool. But I don't really have any strong memories one way or another for Mad Meal. It was just kind of a thing I did because they messaged me like, yo, you want to participate? And I was like, yeah, sure. So yeah, I did it. I lost Enhance. That was a really good battle. I remember that. And I was just like, cool. Oh, another fun fact. I think Baltic Coast and Mad Meal were actually on the same day. I'm pretty sure I participated in 2 tournaments on the same day. And you know, that explains a lot because I was really tired. But I won one of them. can't really complain. Okay, and I think the final thing I actually did this year was I got to showcase at Danish Champs. Danish Champs managed to be live because there was a small segment in October where Corona did really well in Denmark. So I managed to get a showcase in there. Not allowed to participate because I'm the Dutch champ. That's how it works. It was a really great time. I got to meet a bunch of people that I've wanted to meet for a while, and it was a great experience. The Danish beatbox community is super talented and super nice, and everyone was really friendly, and I felt really welcome. So I was really happy with that. So overall, when I guess when I was looking back on this reflection, like when I was planning to do this reflection, I was like, oh, there's gonna be a lot of negative in here. And now that I kind of think back, I guess it's actually been okay. Like, I mean, obviously, Corona has done damage, definitely. But I think, really in hindsight, I think I managed to get the best out of it. Overall, I'm really happy. Like, when I think about it, I'm really satisfied with everything. And I think it's given me a base to build on for 2021. Hopefully, I'd love to participate in more events. And I'd love to meet more people. I've already mentioned that in the last video. But I really think, you know, maybe this could be my year. In terms of style, I can definitely hear that my musicality improved a lot. My structure improved a lot. The way I build tracks changed fundamentally. Especially around the online world's time, definitely was a big change. And I definitely carry a lot of that with me now. I mean, Lucid Dreams is like a complete style change in terms of structure and the way I build it, which is obviously my most recent track. But I think overall I made some really good strides this year. And, you know, I'm really happy. Like, it's actually kind of strange. I was really thinking, oh shit, this is going to be bad. But no, this was a good year for me. And I'm happy that you guys have supported me throughout it. I promise, for sure, you know, next couple of weeks, there'll definitely be a lot more content. And, you know, whoa. Man, I'm really happy with how that went. So yeah, thank you guys. I guess there's not much else to say. Tracks were okay. The tournaments I participated in were nice. You know, definitely great experiences, learning experiences. And the musicality and my style change and me as a musician, I think has improved a lot. So overall, you know, 2020 was a success. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And also comment, share with your friends, do whatever you want to. You know, I'll be uploading more. Maybe there'll even be a video tomorrow if the other videos do well. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you soon.